Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into a early LEGO Dreams 2024 set review. Today we're looking at set number 71477. This is the Sandman's Tower, retailing for $89.99 USD or $119.99 Canadian. This is the largest set in the second wave of Dream sets, and it's sort of, I think, parts of it is season 2 base, parts of it is obviously from one episode of season 1, which that whole episode very much felt like a tease for season 2. And we're going to go through here and talk about the sets. You could see here up at the top, all of the figures included, of course, Sandman being up front and center. And then over here on the side, you've got Izzy, and then on the back, you could see here the two alternate builds, which we will be taking a look at here in a bit. And then on this side, nothing interesting, and underneath, nothing either. But let's go ahead, let's take a closer look at this. So here it is here. This is the Sandman's Tower. It is quite a tall build there, but it's remarkable. I think that it just looks gorgeous. It's honestly probably my favorite. It's definitely my favorite set of the wave. I don't know if it's my favorite Dream set yet, but there's so much going on here. Let's go ahead. Let's take a closer look at this and go level by level. All right, so here is the ground floor, and there's so many stickers and different things here, like this giant panel with all of the sand and everything coming out from, like, the gaps. I think that's really cool. Even just the use of, like, the Unikitty tail piece. You'll see that a couple times in the set. I think that's really awesome how they've got that there for the sand. You've got sand pouring out of the window well there. That's awesome, and it all comes together onto the ground, which is all these round pieces here, and then over here as well. You can see the other side, which I didn't point out. There's also the clock up there, which looks really cool if it decides to focus in. There we go. But one of my favorite things about this is the gears. These giant gear builds here, and they can be detached, but that is so cool. Like gears from a clock there, and that's just sitting there inside of the sand and into the tower. That looks great. But the main entrance here, you've got a couple of different ingots there meant to represent these steps going up into the tower. You've got these lights here, which are a little bit of like a pearlescent blue there, and they've got the gold flower pieces underneath. And all you got to do here is push these doors on open, and you could step inside. So down here on the ground floor, we've got a couple of different things. This over here, this table can easily be detached, and I guess you could put it over there on the other side, but it's really cool. It's this little potion table. That's what the description says. You could see we've got some potions being made there with the glasses with the studs inverted there, but this is so darn cool. This new, I think it's new at least, and it appears in a lot of the city sets in January as well. This new crystal that's pearlescent there in purple looks really darn cool. I love that a lot. And then over here, you have a weapon rack there, which I guess you can give to the Sandman, and you've got a smaller sword and a bigger sword from Lord of the Rings in gold. All right, coming up here to the second floor, you've got this little decoration dome piece over here on the side. This bit here, the sand, you can see it's sort of piled up, and then you've got this tree coming on out there, and I'll show you that from the front in a second. But there's nothing going on here on the inside. Just, I guess, I don't know, it's just a lot of open space there. And then over here, you've got this little lookout tower on the tower, and it's got this telescope here with the little diamond on the end for, like, the lens to look through. And I do like those curved pieces there with the gold window frames. Coming up around here to the front, you could see we've got this sticker with the logo there in the front from Dreams. That looks cool with a little bit of sand in that, as well as you could see these claws, sort of, I guess, it almost feels like it's protecting this hourglass here, and you can see that same symbol that appears in a bunch of the different sets there. And this is what the tree looks like from the other side. It sort of reminds me of, especially the colors, of course, of the tree house from the first wave, but it doesn't have any of the little light blue studs on it. But yeah, it's just interesting that it's the same color, leaves and everything. Moving on up here to the next balcony, I really love the ingots being used for, like, the little post there for the turret. You've also got, again, the Unikitty sand piece here for some more sand pouring on over. You do have on this little ledge another branch there, as well as over here we have another gear piece, which is really great. That's one of my favorite parts about this thing. But spinning it around here onto the other side, this level actually does have something, and you can detach this here to see. This is what the description just calls a magical book. So you could see, again, the hourglass symbol there, and then you've also got a crystal and some gears there and some writing and different things. So that's really cool, this build for that, like an open book. I think that is quite a remarkable part usage there. The next level up is really cool too. I think that, how would this go? This is obviously the second hand, it's the smallest, and I'm gonna go with, I don't know if that's probably the hour hand or that's the hour, no, that's the hour hand and that's the minute hand there. So that's so cool. You could spin it there, and as you turn it, you could see up above, the whole tower up above can spin as well. That is so cool. But back to this, just removing it so you could see here, that is just amazing. You could see all the different gears and everything there. And then you could see in Roman numerals, we've got 12, 3, 6, and 9. And these pillars are nice. I like the little frogs up there. You've got some claws too, and spinning it around onto the sides, you could see that there's some more sand pouring out there on the sides, as well as this is how the clock actually turns. So by turning the gear on the side, it moves like an actual clock. That is remarkable. Inside of these hot air balloon pieces there, you've got this build for a large hourglass, which has some transparent studs there on the top, and then a dark yellow one there down below. And you could see that when I spin it, like, these studs look like they're actually moving, but like, look at that effect there. That is amazing. Moving up to the top, you can see we've got some more of the claws. 2 of them are facing up, 2 of them are facing down. And then you've got this really cool crystal build there, which they've sort of, I guess they're not all going the same way. I love how that looks with all of those slope pieces there. And then up above there, you've also got a little arrow design, but that top part is just amazing. So despite this being the main build, it does actually have a bunch of extra pieces included that you'll see used in this second build. So here's the second build. This is called the Imposing Fortress build, and it's more of a horizontal layout instead of the tall vertical tower. I mean, in the show, it's called the Sandman's Tower, so it's not quite as interesting, I would say. But some of the things they've done here, I think, are quite interesting and unique. I mean, obviously, a lot of the stuff has stayed the same from the other set, but some things definitely have changed, of course. Yeah, this is what it looks like here from the back. You can see up here at the top, you can spin this around and all of the stuff on the inside there will actually turn the clock outside in the front, which you have taken those gear pieces to create this really large gear that can turn the giant clock face. But down below, it is also turning and spinning what is called the hourglass cannon. That's what the set description calls it. And you could see the 2 studs there on both sides also spinning and turning as you sort of shoot this. Nothing actually happens. There's no way to launch anything out of this, but I just think that's quite interesting. Out here in the front, they have added a little bit of different things. They've taken those giant hot air balloon pieces here in gold and added them out here to the front, as well as some transparent blue pieces. I sort of feel like that's a little bit of like sand sort of wisping out and different things, but I do like how they've added like this little point here, an extra little point to the wall of the tower, but I find that sometimes that will easily detach. It's just attached to some studs down below there. But over here on this side, you've got this side little tower. I like that little archway, which has like a sort of cloud shape there. That's kind of neat. But up here, but yeah, some stuff has obviously moved around from the tower build. And then down below here, this is sort of, I don't really know what's going on. You've got just this little crystal down here. And this definitely feels like the most sort of, let's just use all the pieces and sort of just throw them together to make this tower on the bottom. Which, speaking of that, here is all of the extra pieces that you get in the set when you're doing the alternate second build. So the set description for this just calls this the bird. The toy bird, but it's kind of cool. You've got this printed eye there, which looks really nice. You've got the beak, the head can move up and down, as well as these wings can sort of move around and flap up and down as well. You've got some little leaf pieces there for some more feathers, as well as these are really cool, these ore pieces in dark orange. This is, I guess it's not dark orange. What do we call this? I don't know if we have a name yet. Maybe we do. Let me know down below. But yeah, this is the new orange for 2024. In the back here, this can also flap up and down, and you can also here down below move the little legs there too. So yeah, it's an interesting little build. And you can, of course, take a character here like Izzy and have her sitting on top of the bird. And here is the spider included. This is quite an interesting build here. You could see you've got a bunch of different eyes up above there. So yeah, kind of creepy. But my favorite part are the fangs here, how they've attached them to the front part of the head. And you can move that up and down. Same with all of the claws can move up and down as well. The back part there for the actual spider is really cool. Like the sack or whatever. That's really creepy how they've used like the cauldron piece there. That's kind of fitting for the Never Witch. Could have her like cast a bunch of spells or different things, but even you could store the smaller spiders there and have them like crawling out of that. That's just creepy. So Dream's instructions are really quite beautiful. You know, as an artist, I really appreciate the illustrations that they have here. I think this looks really, really cool. But as you flip on through here, you could see, again, this illustration that we've gotten from before. But there's different parts to the book, and you could see that here with the different colored pages. So the main build here goes up to right here, and at this point, one more page over, it switches into the bad guys page. So you could see here as you go through, ends with the spider, and then you've got a decision to make. Which version do you want to make? Do you want to make the fortress version, or do you want to make this version here, the regular tower version? Then you flip to that respective page, and you can see all those pages are blue, and then it switches over to green. But in the middle, you've got this really cool illustration just showing off the tower. You saw that before on the front part there, but then the final page here, I think it should show, there you go, it shows off the fortress mode. So that's really cool, these instructions here. That's how that works, this 2-in-1. I figured we need to start with the Sandman himself since he's in the name of the set. It's just such a cool looking figure. Obviously, this piece from Hidden Side being brought back here with the dark yellow inside of the trans blue is just incredible looking. I really love that so much. But of course, if you don't know how this works, the figure just sits inside there, and you can see what that looks like there, and underneath how it attaches to some studs. But the figure itself is really cool. I love the Joker Lego Batman movie hairpiece there being recolored, but the legs are very interesting. It's got a little bit of the printing there, the wraps from the center. You can see how he sort of has that silhouette, so his chest is really big, and it's a little skinny there at the hips. But yeah, the pearl effect printing there, both on the wraps as well as the torso printing, and a little bit of on the head there as well. Some of the specs and different things, that's really cool. He's got this sort of sword. I don't quite know what this is, but on the back you could see some more detailed printing there with some more markings, and that pearl teal sort of looks cool. This looks more like an eye patch, but in the show we've seen it's sort of more like a monocular, and yeah, that's neat. So yeah, that top strap shouldn't really be there, at least looking at the show's design. And the hairpiece, it's the wrong color too. It probably should be coral, but spinning it around here on the other side, he does have, you can see both of his eyes there, and he is smiling. Here is Mateo, and this is the exact same figure that we got in that original wave. Nothing new here at all for him. You could see that he's got that same hairpiece that was introduced for him with the green on there, as well as his face is really cool too. You could see there the vitiligo in the Dreams realm there. Really awesome. Love the green eye for him. If I flip over the cape, you could see the back torso printing there. He's got that strap that carries on over from the front. It's missing like the badges and different things that he's got in the actual show, but he does have the Lego Batman utility belt there in green, which that does cover up a bit of the belt, which also has it printed, I guess, as well. And you could see that his accessory is the big pencil there. Izzy, same thing for her. Nothing new about her. She unfortunately doesn't have the fabric pieces there for the hips, so it's a little bit less of a desirable version for her, but still great. She's using the Praetorian guard armor piece there for her shoulders in lavender, and this sword is really cool in trans blue and gold. The hair is just remarkable with that pearly, glittery effect. Really awesome. But removing that, you could see on the back she's got this even happier expression there and some really detailed back torso printing. This is a brand new figure for Logan, and I think that this is technically the only Season 2 figure for sure that we know about in the set, since everyone else appeared in Season 1, but we have yet to see him turn blue in a large minifigure regular size form. So this looks really cool. I love how they've added like a little bit of like the scruff effects there on his face. That's neat. And the torso as well, it's a little bit torn up there too. You can see all the scratches down below and the leg printing and the torso. Really great. And again, the Joker hair here in black is awesome. You can see on the back there, that logo as well. And removing this, you can see he's got this angry fighting expression. And I guess his weapon of choice here is a hockey stick. These two kind of go hand in hand, right? This is Sneak. Awesome to get for the very first time. This new piece there that they've created for the body is awesome. It's just a regular minifigure head there that sits on top, and you could see there that this is the head he's got. He's upset, little Sneak there, but yeah. Also, the Man-Bat ears there in black from the minifigure series way back when, the Monster one, is also back for Sneak. And here is the Never Witch, presumably the villain for Season 2. And this looks really, really cool. I love the look of this. Just the coral hair mixed with that crown in black looks amazing, all those spikes. But in the back, they've got like this raven sort of bit holding up her hair with the crystal. That looks really, really cool. And the staff piece here as well with that pink crystal on the end. Really, really cool looking figure, but we're not done, because removing the hair and the crown, you can see the face looks great. She's got some pointy teeth there, the red eyes, as well as the torso is just so darn detailed there. And spinning it around, you could see that it's got a bit of a different facial expression. It doesn't have like the pink markings around the eyes. Instead, it's got this hot pink stripe there on the one side, sort of Bowie-esque, I guess. And you can see the back torso printing there too. Cannot wait to see what's up with her, and hopefully she gets some cool vehicles and things in the next wave. Well, there you have it, everyone. That is my review of the Sandman's Tower. I really love this dream set. I think that it's a lot of fun. It goes back and forth with being my favorite. I think that there's just a little bit of something to be desired, I think, on the inside, and I feel like that could be the same thing said with that other place said with the treehouse. But overall, I think that the figure selection is really, really darn cool. And I don't expect them to necessarily remain exclusive. Maybe probably just Sandman. But everyone else I could definitely see appearing in other sets down the line. But still really, really fun set. I love that feature of spinning it up at the top. And it just... parts of it just doesn't feel like a complete model, especially when you look at, oh, there's all these spare parts. And then when you're making the other version as well, the Fortress, you've got all those other ones too. So yeah, I guess sometimes there's no way around not having spare parts for these 2-in-1s or 3-in-1s. But anyways, everyone, what do you think of this set? Be sure to subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you don't miss out on future LEGO Dreams videos. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you all have a great day. We'll see you all in the next one.